они просто не в состоянии воспроизвести, потому что там такие частоты, что иногда даже и воспринять невозможно. Они владеют телепатией. Оружие их представляет вот такую трубочку типа карандаша. Они его направляют на человека и могут просто парализовать.
Антон Анфалов много лет общается со своими американскими коллегами и анализирует утечки секретной информации. Он был готов к шокирующим фактам, но истина оказалась намного хуже. Похоже, пришельцы не просто живут на авиабазах США, они еще и в Белом доме.
И аппараты, и тела, то есть эти неопровержимые материальные доказательства существования инопланетной расы, вот этой индугут, американцы в 1941 году прятались не где-нибудь, а прямо под зданием Капитолия в своей столице Вашингтон, округ Колумбия.
Пришельцы используют нашу планету как перевалочную базу и сырьевой ресурс. Подобные базы, которые контролируют высокие белые пришельцы, есть и на Луне. Керим Османов, похоже, побывал на одной из них. Молодой человек с детства отличался от других. Он видит вещи и сны и знает свое будущее. Керим родился в среднеазиатском
Норвегия, 24 октября 1972 года. Береговая разведка НАТО обнаруживает в территориальных водах объект, который принимает за советскую подводку. Непонятно, как субмарина прошла через систему заграждений не только невредимой, но и абсолютно незамеченной. Однако грубые нарушения границы было налицо, и Верховное командование НАТО принимает беспрецедентное решение. Лодку уничтожить, обломки корабля предъявить в Организацию Объединенных Наций как доказательство советской агрессии. 4 десятка натовских кораблей забрасывают бомбами столь любимое туристами местечко норвежского побережья Сапнафьёк.
Керим зашел в залитое светом помещение и сел в кресло. На корабле больше никого не было.
The only way to do that is to tear the dome like this, and then reshape it. Unfortunately, according to Einstein's laws, this is impossible. They say that space can stretch and warp, but it cannot rip. Wormholes might exist somewhere fully formed, but you cannot rip space to create a new one over Manhattan or anywhere else. In other words, they can take a wormhole to work. But now, string theory is giving us a whole new perspective on space, and it's showing us that Einstein wasn't always right. To see how, let's take a much closer look at the spatial fabric. Shrink down about millions of a billion solar size. The laws that control the world of electricity, everything else that operates in small
Можно нам сюда поехать?
У меня есть идея.
Ваше желание в ваших руках. Оплачивайте любые покупки картой Виза Сбербанка и получайте за это бонусы «Спасибо». Обменивайте их на авиабилеты на портале спасибосбербанк.travel. Путешествуйте с бонусами «Спасибо».
When they are really good, they
helpful. He can describe such things in great detail without being told anything in advance about what they are assigned to perceive, a condition known as working blind. Now, there are only a few highly trained remote viewers in the world today, and I have long argued that this does need to be addressed seriously in the near future. But a few highly skilled remote viewers do exist now, and they are capable of supplying perceptual data that are what some call scary good. I don't have the time today to go into much background regarding the science of remote viewing, but if you want more of that, I suggest that you go to the website for the Farsight Institute, where you can find a huge amount of material, including published peer-reviewed scientific research. Don't let people tell you something is impossible scare you away from learning something that is real. In late 2012, I initiated a new remote viewing project that was designed to answer the question of exactly how the Great Pyramid of Giza was constructed. I wanted to know how the biggest rocks were mined and transported, and I wanted to know what the pyramid was used for. What was its original purpose? Regardless of how it was constructed, it clearly took a lot of effort to do it. And it must have had some important rationale motivating its builders. This was clearly going to be an historically important project to be undertaken at the Farsight Institute, so I enlisted the help of two gifted remote viewers who are among the best on the planet currently, Dick Allgaier and Daz Smith. They are both second-generation civilian remote viewers. Dick Allgaier uses a form of remote viewing known as the HRVG method for the Hawaii Remote Viewers Guild that was taught to him by Glenn Wheaton, who came out of Special Forces Intelligence in the United States Army. Daz Smith uses a form of remote viewing known as CRV for controlled remote viewing. Now that's a methodology that has long been used and taught by people such as Lynn Buchanan, who came out of the Defense Intelligence Agency, or the CIA. Both Dick Allgaier and Daz Smith have participated as remote viewers in many years of public research conducted at the Farsight Institute. They have extensive published and publicly verified track records in remote viewing under squeaky clean scientific experimental conditions. Much of their work in scientific experiments can be found on the website for the Farsight Institute and in peer-reviewed published reports that are found in a variety of diverse venues. Indeed, scans of all of the original sessions for all Farsight projects, including the one I am discussing now, can be found on the Institute's website. Virtually all of our projects conducted at the Farsight Institute take a long time to complete. This project took approximately a year to finish. There were lots of remote viewing sessions, lots of targets for the remote viewers to examine, and there were also a large number of things that needed to be accomplished prior to initiating the remote viewing component of the project. Finally, there was a period needed to analyze and collect the data. Throughout the data collection period of the project, the viewers were kept totally blind to the nature of the project or any of the specific projects. They had no idea of what they were being assigned to remote view. They were only told via a non-leading email that there was a target and that they should remote view and send in a session. They also did the work solo, which means that they were alone when remote viewing. Thus, there was no one present at the time they did their sessions who could have influenced the results. Well, after typically more than an hour of work for each session, the viewers each supplied between 10 and 20 pages of detailed written data, including sketches,
describing each target. There were also some sessions that were recorded live on video. Now, some of the video sessions are absolutely spellbindingly interesting, and I will show some of them to you shortly.